Hello. For people who are following the first attempt, uh, in the description I describe why I'm redoing it, but I should mention that I still want this thing to be self-contained, so for people who have watched the first attempt, there might be some repeats of a lot of things I'm saying. That being said, there are some strategies that I'm changing and a lot of additional restrictions that I'm adding to myself, so hopefully the game is a bit more interesting and easier to sort of intuit. Okay, so since I mentioned this is meant to be self-contained, I'll have to talk about the story setting and stuff from the beginning. But first let me talk about the combat system. This is the tutorial combat essentially in the game. And essentially it's a turn-based system where there are 2 columns of 3 rows, I guess, 6 units total on each side. There's the notion of frontline versus backline, and there are melee units that can only attack from frontline to frontline, and there are ranged units that can attack from anywhere to anywhere. Okay. And I won't go through all the details of combat in one go, I'll just explain over time. But one thing you should know is that these Ashigarus, the guys with shield icons, are tanks, and they can guard which intercepts attacks to allies in the same column. That's to say, I'm Rance, I will try to attack this person. There is a 50% chance for this guy to intercept it. That seems like I didn't hit that. There was a 50% chance again, but I didn't hit it. Now there's a 90% chance. Now, the thing with guard is that every time a successful intercept occurs, the value goes down by 10%, or rather every time the person guarding takes damage. So that's why guard values can go over 100%. Note how the 170 became a 130. But for the purposes of guarding an attack or not, if you're above 100% guard, then there's no difference. And here's another instance of Shibata tanking for Rance. Okay. And more on combat as we go over the game. But this is the tutorial combat. It should be fairly simple for anyone to win if you just do the sort of obvious thing. Okay. So maybe I'll introduce some of the characters. This is Rance, the protagonist. He is asked to rule the Oda clan on behalf of Oda Nobunaga, who's sick. Is the gist of it. I skip everything, so I'm not too familiar with the story. And by the way, I'm skipping everything by holding Control. Control seems to do wonders for skipping dialogue. Okay, so it's a turn-based game where the main screen looks exactly like you'd expect from a strategy game. There's a map, you're the Oda clan, and you can interact with countries or clans around you, and you can do stuff with your own clan. Let me just go through the tutorial. And now I have 2 actions per turn. This is very restrictive. You see on the right that I have certain milestones listed. In particular, the thing on the bottom says 50 satisfaction and 160, 260. Those are when I get additional actions. More on satisfaction as I get through the game and gain satisfaction. But you can imagine going from, say, 2 actions to 3 actions is a massive boost to how much I can do per turn. So it is something I'm consciously trying to rush for. Okay. And so what do I do with my first turn? Well, first turn you can't declare on any of your neighbors. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to enable the prison house. This unlocks the prison mechanic, which lets me capture officers. More on that as we play the game. And I'll search for a dungeon. What's a dungeon? More on that as we get through the game. So that's the end of my turn 1. So every turn, the Oda clan, the player moves first, and then all other countries move after in some random order. By the way, I say random to mean non-deterministic, or rather deterministic but unpredictable by the player. A lot of things in this game are seeded, so if you either know the game internals, which I don't, or if you sort of save scum and look ahead of time, you can mostly predict what the enemies do. And I should mention now that in my rule set, there's a long list of rules that I'll have in my description probably, but one of them is no savescumming, so I'll try to play without I'll try to play in very conservative ways, because this game is very brutal when you get bad RNG and has a lot of high variance. Okay, so we're at turn 2. I'm going to spend my next action declaring war on the Hara clan below me. So that's the thing you see on the right. You see Hara to the top right of my little overlay. And you see the number 2, that's because I declare war on Hara on turn 2. And then the second number after that will be when I finish conquering them. So I'll write that, or I'll hopefully update it as I play the game, but usually I tend to forget, so I just update after I finish the VOD, I finish the video recording and look over my VODs. Okay, so to declare war you need 10 negotiation. What's that? Well, officers have various stats, one of them is negotiation. So not only do you have to pay your action, you also need to pay, in quote, your officers in a way such that they add up to at least 10. Maeda plus Akechi are decent, and they have a decent amount of negotiation, and they're not useful for combat. Okay, so that's one of my actions. And it's important to note that once a unit moves, or rather an officer moves, they're on cooldown, and they can't be used for most things. In particular, they can't be used for combat. So now these two can't be used for combat this turn, and potentially when the Hara clan moves. So it's something to consider. My next action is going to be attacking into them, and I'll be sending Rance out. And something I'll be doing is I'll be recruiting troops on Rance with all my money. So the use for your money gold is essentially only to replenish and recruit troops. The damage you do, for now, I'll explain more later, but for now you can think of it as it scales linearly with your troop count. So by going from 150 to 250, well, I close to doubled. 25 divided by 15, 5/3, so 1.6x my potential attack damage on Rance. Also be providing a backline Yua. He has a special ability called Fleeing Warrior Hunt. You can read it, raises the chance of capturing defeated enemy commanders. So this is he's going to play a very crucial role in early to mid game combat to try to capture many officers in the prison. Okay. So, Niwa is a backline unit, as you can see. He's an archer. And so he can attack from anywhere to anywhere. The enemy also has an archer, so you can see that the enemy attacked my backline. I'll do the same. And by the way, something I should explain as I go through this combat is that all officers have flags below them, and that's the number of actions they can take, intuitively. And once they consume all their actions, they can no longer move. And to the middle is a global sort of resource of all actions that can collectively be taken by anyone combined. And what I've been doing with Rance is I've been pressing space, which does wait. And all that does is it passes a turn without actually doing anything. And Rance has a special ability that lets them heal after every turn. So the thing I've been doing is I've been just letting them attack and use their moves while tanking them, and at the very end, killing all of them. Okay, so I've captured one, killed one. There's a 20% chance to capture a unit, and a 20% chance to kill a unit. But with Niwa, his passive changed it to 40% chance to capture a unit. Death is still 20%. So mildly unfortunate that one died, but I did capture one, which is better than, well, not capturing. And at the end of every combat, a random officer who participated in the battle gets a smiley face. For Rance, this is called mood. For others, I believe this is called relation, might be opinion. And the intuition is that you need to reach certain thresholds to unlock certain events for certain characters. And in general, once you get to 7, you can upgrade the character in some way. That's the idea. Anyway, so I used 2 actions. Let's look at the prisoner. He has 3 negotiation, 2 search, so not great. Yeah, just a pretty bad capture. In the early game, I'm looking for officers of good search or good negotiation with low cost. 1 cost is what I want. Reason is, even if they're good at combat, the troop counts are so low that, and since damage and whatnot scales with troop count, they're not going to be very useful unless I invest in them, and I'd rather not invest in them. Now, before I end my turn, I should talk about events. So you can see that you can talk to various people, Ranmaru, Kohime, Sil, and if I see a purple question mark, it means that there's some event that I have to go through. And in particular, the Sil one gives 5 satisfaction, more on that next turn. And so just keep in mind that I intentionally did not click the Sil event, okay? Now, ideally, Hara fights back, so I have more opportunities to capture officers, but unfortunately that didn't happen. Okay, so I'm at turn 3. Okay, so the reason I didn't click the Sil event is because at the beginning of your turn, certain events can trigger automatically without consuming your action. And so this is the Sil event that sort of gets automatically clicked, in quotes, at turn 3. And this is a scene that I have to skip. Okay, now I got 5 satisfaction. You can probably infer what happened. Oh, and I should mention this is an adult game, blah, 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 so there's things that I have to skip. Okay, and this is the number you see on the bottom, satisfaction. And every 10 satisfaction you get, you can unlock certain bonuses. And the 50th satisfaction is when you get that 3rd action. Okay, so that's the intuition. Now I have 2 actions this turn. And note when I've been invading Ise, that's the province owned by the Hara clan, they have 4 holdings that you can see. The first one I already conquered, that's why you see the Oda flag, this flag. So I need to conquer 3 more, and I go from left to right. So I'm going to spend 2 actions to conquer 2 of their holdings, and hopefully next turn I can finish them. So I'm going to scout. You can use an officer and search in order to scout for enemies. And I'm doing this to inform myself of when I want to use Niwa Nagahide, who has an increased chance to capture units. So I'm just on the lookout for units that I may want to capture. And in particular, I'm looking for a unit called Searchmaster. So since I don't see him, I'm just going to not bring Niwa. And proceed. I'm pretty sure Dance can solo this. I should mention that Ashigarus take 50% damage when they have guard up. But what's interesting is that Ashigarus, when they're the only ones in the front line, they'll always attack. So I'm just gonna do the thing where I just hold space and everyone's out of moves. So this guy's mildly annoying. And once everyone's out of moves, I will just go ham with Rance. By the way, this guy is an Onmyoji. It's a special type of unit that acts sort of like a magician in RPG. They have barriers. You saw him put a shield, which prevents 1 instance of damage. They also have AoE attacks. You saw him use this channeled attack. That's an AoE attack. It happens to be not so effective against me just because I only had 1 unit out. But Onmyojis can be very devastating against certain comps. Now I'm gonna put Niwa out and just hope that the Searchmaster is here. Unfortunately, the Searchmaster is not here. It's very hard to capture him, apparently. I've never successfully captured him, actually. Okay. So failed the 90%, which is unfortunate. Well, can't fail 170%. So, hopefully I capture someone good. 1 prison of war. So far my capturing RNG is pretty bad. I've only caught 2, and both of them are garbage. This guy's high construction, but I don't really need construction for a long time. Construction can be used for developing and certain actions, but in general, I don't find construction useful. In the early game, I find negotiation extremely useful, and search. Oh, here's an event from Ashikaga. This has a 50% chance of triggering, and they're demanding reparations. If you accept, they won't declare war. If you reject, they will declare war. I'll reject. And this saves me from declaring a war on them, which is nice. I'm also very surprised that Hara is counterattacking Ayase. But I did leave 1 unit around to deal with it. And that's the Search Master. Unfortunately, it's too late for me to really fish for him. So I'll just attack him. And hopefully I capture him. If I don't capture him, well, oh well. So let's see what happens. Nope, no capture. Well, can't get everything. Every 4 combats you get a random opinion boosting item. That's the DQ thing that you saw. And I can show you the item. This item. It gives 4 relations. That's 4 smiley faces. You can either get a 4-1, 3-1, 2-1, or a 1-1. So I got very lucky there. I got the best one. Okay, so at this point I have a choice. I can either finish Hara and focus on Ashikaga. By the way, they declared on me at turn 4, so let me write that down. Technically, it's unclear whether they declared war on me at turn 3 or not. I mean, technically they declared war at me on turn 3. But I'm going to do the convention that if the enemy does something, I'm going to count it as the beginning of my next turn. Just as a convention. So yeah, I can either declare on Hara and finish them, or I can just go straight for Ashikaga. One reason to go for Ashikaga is that I have more opportunities to catch officers from the Hara clan. The downside is, well, I have to fight against 2 nations simultaneously, which does limit sort of my options on the kind of comps I can have. And so far, unfortunately, I have yet to capture a useful unit, so I don't have a lot of officers to play around with. That being said, I will be leaving Hara alive and attacking Ashikaga. So I'll be attacking the Viper oil field. And while I'm very interested in scouting, I don't think I have the luxury to scout. So I am going to send maybe Rance out solo. This is mildly risky, but it's usually okay. Okay, so it happened to be okay. Very good. And again, same thing. I'll just hold space until I full heal, and then I'll finish her. And we'll see if I can capture an officer or 2. Unfortunately, no captures. Oh well. And with my second action, I'm going to be attacking again. Here, I'll be sending out Ranmaru and Niwa, I think. I'm leaving enough units so I can potentially defend twice. Once against Ashikaga, and once against Hara. I'm thinking how I should play this out. I'm gonna wait a turn because if I kill him here, it's possible this guy attacks me. Alright, Niwa will attack the backline, and this guy will just kill himself. The one problem with multi-fronting like this is that it's very costly. Ranmaru took a lot of damage. Each of these samurai units cost 4 gold to replenish, so I spent like 400 gold for this. Anyway, I caught one. Ashikaga Yoshiteru is okay, I believe. He's useful for personal combat. He's level 45, but unfortunately I Giga low rolled with 1 search, 2 negotiation, and even 2 cost to top it off. So he's actually not very good. I might still hire him later to abuse his levels. Levels are not useful for troop-based combat, but are useful for personal combat, which appears in dungeons. But more on dungeons when we get there. Anyway, I'm going to end my turn. I have 3 units, so hopefully I should be able to defend against both of them, in case both of them attack. Okay, so Hara did attack. So it'll be Maeda plus Akechi. Wow, these guys are very strong. Scary. I should maybe now talk about tacticians. So tacticians are these units with a fan-like icon, and they give buffs to your allies based on, you see these up arrows? And I guess what you need to know is that the amount of buffs they give depends on their int stat. So tacticians very much value int, and the degree at which particular buffs affect their ally units also depends on int. So tacticians really need int. My starting tactician, Akechi, has 4 int, which is quite low. So I would like to get good tacticians. Tacticians are very crucial for later battles when things start scaling up. This is sort of annoying, this Shikigami barrier. You see how it blocks 1 damage? Oh no. But yeah, Onmyojis have a lot of utility, so I would like to eventually capture some. Alright, seems like I captured a unit. Let's check him out. One negotiation, 2 search, garbage. Yep. So, pretty unlucky, but what can I do? Okay. So now I have a choice. Do I keep Hara in battle, or do I just finish them? So either I finish Ashikaga or Hara. My only concern is that the final battle of both of these provinces, you can see the icon, it's a castle. It's a very well-defended area, so I don't actually expect to win easily. I'll need to commit a lot of units to do it. So if I were to commit a lot of units to capture the Viper oil field, I might not have enough to defend against Hara. Actually, maybe this is okay. No, that's not okay, right? Let me think. Actually, no, I think I can... Let's see. I'm thinking I use Rance, Ranmaru, Shibata, Niwa. So I'll have to defend against Hara with Maeda and Akechi. That should be doable. Yeah, that's doable. And I'm going to replenish my units because this is going to be a tough battle. I won't replenish Nuado. I don't really care about him. Alright. This is actually, their backline is much weaker than I expected. Okay, so... I'm just looking at the turn order to see who I focus first. Swordsmen do more damage, but since Shibata has full guard up, I'd rather kill the bowman who can potentially strike the backline. The backline in of itself isn't that scary to me, but it's sort of economics. Replenishing archers costs 4 gold per unit, whereas replenishing these Ashigarus costs 1 gold per unit. So, if at all like possible, I would like to have Ashigarus tank as much damage as possible. Anyway, so this wasn't as bad as I thought. Cool, I got 2 prisoners of war, and there will be a cutscene that I need to skip. Okay, so intuitively, every time you conquer stuff, every time you get friendly with female commanders, officers, Rance will have a satisfaction event. That's the intuition. Once you conquer one province from Ashikaga, it unlocks a new unit called, new officer from them called Yamamoto Isoroku. I'll be talking about her in a bit. And now I need to declare on the Miko Uni at some point, and to do that I need to go through this event chain. So since... Oh, and by the way, since I've conquered a province, I actually can't attack even if I wanted to. But regardless, I don't have the units to really attack, so I'm going to spend my next action on something that doesn't consume a unit. And this is just going through the event chain that will eventually allow me to declare war on them. Okay, I'm going to end turn. Now, what I'm going to do is if the Hara clan fights back, I will send out the units I had. Okay, they didn't. I was planning to lose a war if Ashikaga invaded me, because this game is about... conquest in this game is all or nothing. There's no notion of like partial occupation. So even if they invaded me, I could just lose, and there would be no cost. Unless I lose more. Oh. Unless I lose enough such that I'm actually at risk of losing my province. By the way, this is Suzume. Her. And apparently she's okay because I've seen her on YouTube. So, or rather, this portrait is okay. So thank God I don't have to censor this. Anyway, unfortunately, I do have to censor the cutscene that follows here, so I'll see you in a bit. Okay, I got 5 satisfaction, and she'll join us next turn, and she's a relevant part. She'll be relevant for a long time, so I'll introduce her slowly over time. Okay, so at this point, I've hit over 10 satisfaction, so I can get Rance's satisfaction bonus. And there are a few things I may consider when going for the satisfaction bonus. Ooh, this guy's very good. 6 search. I'll definitely hire him. Okay. So there are several things I consider when I go for the satisfaction bonus. First is summon forces from a foreign nation. This will give officers from past series in the Rance series that, okay, I don't know the characters too well, but I know their stats and so on, and they tend to be very good. Plus they have a lot of satisfaction events, so these are good choices. The other thing I'd recommend in the early game is the multi-talented series. There are 3 of them. You can probably... You'll probably only need like 1 or 2. But basically, this gives you a commander who's garbage at combat, but has 8 search, 8 negotiation, and also 8 construction. So this guy will be the one carrying lots of early game negotiation and searches. The only time I won't go for this is if I get really lucky with my captures, and I actually get a lot of units with high search and negotiation. In my case, I got 1 high search dude, and negotiation just doomed. And now, I can recruit people from my prison with negotiation. So that's something I do when I have officers to spare. And recruiting from prison does not consume actions, so that's good. Now I can either attack Kyoto. I think I'll attack Kyoto instead of attacking Hara. Again, because maybe I can capture more of their units. And after the Yamamoto Isoroku event comes, if you ever put Rance against Ashikaga, you'll auto-lose. So I won't be using Rance for a bit. This requires 6 search, I can't afford that. Basically, I search to sort of inform myself of whether I want to use Niwa, if there's anyone who I want to capture. But this one I'll just go blind. Something like that. I'll just assume they're units I'd love to catch. Who knows if that's true. Unfortunately, nobody who I want to catch. Isoroku, to my knowledge, is not capturable on the first battle. Wow, I failed the 90%. That hurts. Replenishing samurais also cost 4 gold. Wow, 0 captures either. Okay. Not great. And I got defense textbook. Every time your turn mod 10 is 6, so turn 6, turn 16, and so on. If you win an offensive battle, you get a random textbook of a particular stat, which is attack, defense, inter, speed. Speed is usually the best one to get. Defense is, in my opinion, the second best to get, so I'm pretty happy about this. Right. And that's it for my turn 6. Okay. Actually, one sec. Yeah. Basically, if Ashikaga invades me, I'm going to put out Maeda and Akechi, and if Hara invades me, I'm going to put out Rance. So I don't think I can use any other officers to recruit people from prison. Let's see, this is a counterattack at Kyo. So it's Maeda plus Akechi, and I will replenish Maeda. Ooh, interesting. I did not expect Isoroku to show up so quickly. And it's very annoying that she has an attack buff. The tacticians can do this thing, status cancel. Oh shit. This is very bad. EQ is preparing. This is a special ability that he has that flips the war score. So right now I'm winning, because this is a defensive battle. It's gonna go here. Alright. And the other thing that's really bad about this is that he can only use it 3 times in the entire game. And this is a very powerful attack. So I want to capture him and actually use it. That's actually the bigger problem. Anyway, so I don't think I can stop him, because this guy has 250% guard, and he's, yeah. But what I can do is I can intentionally lower my guard. So that I lose more war score from Isoroku attacking me. And now this reversal doesn't do too much. And I don't know if I can save it with an attack. Unfortunately, I don't. This is extremely unfortunate. Oh well. Not all things go perfectly. Okay, so this is Suzume. She is a very good source of satisfaction in the early game, so I'll be relying on her a lot. Okay, so same deal. I'll try to hold on to the fort better. 3... I don't think I'm willing to scout for 3, unfortunately. I'll just go blind. This is probably a better composition than Ranmaru plus Shibata. Shibata is very strong, so... Let's see. Okay, so there's an Onmyoji who I'd like to capture. So hopefully I capture her. I don't, unfortunate. So who did I capture? This guy? 3 search, 1 negotiation, 2 cost. Garbage. Yeah, I really only have this guy going for me. But let me recruit him. I can't recruit him, but I'll just get progress. You can bank progress on these kinds of actions. So now he only costs 1. And I'm going to be talking to Suzume. Is this a cutscene I need to skip? I don't think so. Yeah, I don't need to skip this. I believe the next time I talk to her, I need to skip it. Okay, let's end turn. Well, I have no choice other than to believe in myself and go. Hopefully no IQ again trolling me. Yep, Shibata's super tanky. He even has an armor buff, so... Okay. Now, it would be very nice. Ooh. Ooh. Never mind. He's shielded. I was gonna say, it would be very nice if I can kill Isoroku and maybe capture her. So as I mentioned, as long as Isoroku's around, the first battle against Ashikaga with Rance leads to an auto loss. Oh, perfect. So, this is one way to avoid it. Let Ashikaga invade you and put Rance out. This is an auto loss. So, sure, they occupy one of my holdings in Owari, but it doesn't matter. Nothing lost. So now I'm actually eligible to attack Ashikaga using Rance. Okay. By the way, I'm a tad worried about what Hara's been doing. He's been sort of AFK. I'm debating between finishing them now or finishing them later. Or finishing them after Ashikaga. So I've yet to capture the Search Master from them, but it's kind of unlikely at this point. Okay, I think what I'll do is I will take one more holding from Ashikaga. This sounds like Rance can solo. Oh, that's annoying. That's annoying. 2 Shikigamis in a row. Oh well. Okay. I wonder if I can bait her to attack me. Okay, bummer. No big deal. It's still get a 4 score. I did prefer to capture him, but I guess I'll kill these 2 and maybe I can capture one of them. Or 2. Nope, 0 captures. Oh well. And I'm going to be progressing Suzume's storyline, so this requires something I skipped. So, as you can see, I need to skip it. Alright, 5 satisfaction, and let's end turn. So I'm getting very close to the point where I can actually aim for 50 satisfaction. I mean, it'll still take like 10 turns, but in terms of conquest and whatnot, I just need to conquer these 2, and I should have enough sources of satisfaction. So I'm going to slowly start focusing on satisfaction as start to change my focus from conquest to satisfaction. Unfortunately, Hara still does not do anything. I forgot to recruit. Okay, Ikkyu I really want to capture, so I will go ham for this. Oh, I should have used all my units, because I did see that Hara has done everything. Hara has finished moving. Okay, so hopefully I capture him. By the way, you can only capture up to 2 units per combat. So if I do capture, say, these 2, Isoroku can't be captured. But that's okay, because she gets captured automatically. Okay, well, these 2 didn't get captured, and now she got captured. So Isoroku gets captured automatically, so I don't actually care that much to capture her. And unfortunately, she has 128 troops. The amount of troops she has is low here because we captured her normally. If you capture her by event, after conquering Ashikaga, she can have more, I think. Anyway, I need to get him before I forget. Okay, so I would like to probably finish Ashikaga here. I don't have EQ, but that's okay. I don't need him. Mildly unfortunate, but guess I'll have to use him. I want to use his negotiation to recruit Isoroku, or gain progress towards recruiting him. Okay, seems like these guys are total pushovers. Something like this would do, I guess. To be honest, I'm mildly worried about Hara fighting, so I'm gonna let Ranmaru rest and use Akechi here. So I'm gonna try to attack her. Okay, she's gone. Now, it'll be nice if Rance can pierce through this 50%, but failed. Not surprising. Okay. gonna attack with Shibata. I have to play very aggressively because this is a castle. Note how the war score starts very low. Okay. Oh, that's a shame. That's a real shame. That 3 HP left. Okay. I guess I should be using Akechi to attack. I want to lower his HP a bit before he attacks, but this hurts. And unfortunately, I get blocked by him again. Okay. Kind of rough. But should be winnable. Alright, cool. GG. Okay, I got 1 prisoner, wish I got 2. Alright, and we conquered the Eshkar clan. There's a cutscene that I need to skip, so see you in a bit. Okay, 5 satisfaction. And with my remaining action, what should I do? I will progress the Miko event, and this, as you can imagine, will require me to cut, so I'll be cutting. Okay, that's another 5 satisfaction. I end turn. It'd be very nice if Hara counterattacks, but we'll see. That character is Kojika. She's trying to restore her clan from the Mori clan. Alright. I'll heal Ranmaru. Not because I think I need to for this combat, but because I imagine I won't naturally replenish her in this game. Like, by the time I'll need her, I'll probably be replenishing anyway, so I might as well replenish now, since that increases her damage. Okay, so now I can either attack her, which is something I can kill, or attack him when... I'm not sure if I can kill him. I think I'll attack him, just to lower the amount of damage he'll do to me, even if I don't kill him. Okay, I do. Cool. And 0 capture, that's okay. A very wholesome event. Okay. And I think I will keep progressing the Miko estate event, but let me check my prison actually. Yeah, I need to recruit Yamamoto. And yeah, there's nobody who I can really justify recruiting. I could try to recruit these two for 3 negotiation, I guess. Alright. Hopefully I can capture useful units from Hara, but instead of conquering them, I'm just gonna gain satisfaction, because that's the thing. Because going from 2 actions to 3 actions is that important for me. So, first thing I do is I want to get Suzume to 7 out of 7, which will progress her event. So I want to use these items that I farmed. She currently has... this is awkward, huh? Oh no, I can do 3 plus 2 for 5 relations. I'll also put a defense textbook on Rance. You can use textbooks to raise stat up till 6. So I want to get Rance to 6 attack, 6 defense, which I'll do shortly, fairly soon actually. Anyway, I need to progress to Zume's event. This, I believe, is a wholesome event. And since she had 7 out of 7, I can now upgrade her. So I'll give her speed. Speed works in the way you probably expect. And now, let's see. I want to do actions that contribute to me getting to 50 satisfaction as soon as possible. So that's this click. And this is something I have to skip. This time it's only 1 satisfaction, but it enables me to declare war on the Miko Union now. So that was like the main purpose of it. Okay, I'm gonna end turn. And hopefully Hara declares on me, we'll see. Nope. That's fine. Okay, this is turn 11. This event is part of the storyline. Let me write that down. So what happened is a gourd broke. And you can see that the Oda clan's gourd broke. More on this as we get there, but this is part of the storyline. But it also affects how I intend to conquer the rest of Japan. Okay, this is a not so wholesome event, so see you in a bit. Okay, 5 satisfaction. And let's see. I might hire him to help with dungeons. I have a difficult dungeon coming up, so I'll probably hire him just for that. So personal combat is purely based on levels, which is why I'm looking for high-level recruits. Well, I'm not necessarily looking for it, but that's why I hired him. He's level 45. Okay. So, I'm going to spend my next action. Oh, I also want to get her 15 negotiation. Can I afford 15? Yeah, I should be able to, right? Something like that. Not Niwa though. I need her. Him. I need him. Let's see. Yeah, I'll do something like that. Okay. So, she has this special ability called Mercy Charge. And what that does is that increases the probability of capturing an officer that she hits by 50%. Additive. So I mentioned that capturing is 20%, Niwa makes it 40%, and with her, it makes it 90%. There's nobody who I particularly want to capture. This guy's instant advantage, which I guess is cool. So I'll just try to capture maybe like the first 2. So I'll do Rance, Ranmaru, Niwa, Susume, Soku. I want to use Isoroku as soon as possible to start scaling her. When I say scaling, I mean in the sense of increase her troop count. Of course, I can do it by paying money, but that's not ideal. Hopefully I capture units here. Come on. Damn. No capture. But opinion on Isoroku is very good. This is a event that occasionally happens. You have assassins sent after you. To be honest, this is nothing to worry about ever. You'll just win. Okay, so next turn, even though it doesn't immediately contribute to my satisfaction, I would like to declare on the Miko Union. The reason is I want to start capturing their units as well, so hopefully they'll invade me. And I'll have more opportunities to use my troops. That's the idea. But let me check my prison. I think I also want to hire this guy for 3 negotiation. But I really am fighting for scraps right now. I'm at cost cap, so I do need to be conscious of that. So units gain cost, officers gain cost every 500 units they have. So the situation I don't want to encounter is I don't want to put myself in a situation where after a battle I go over 500 and my cost goes over my national power. When that happens, my income next turn will be half. Sucks. But nobody's close to 500 yet. So, not something I worry about for now. And now, can I declare? Do I have 18 negotiation? So I don't think I have 18 negotiation. Without using Niwa. Or rather, without using too many officers. This is sort of outside my comfort range. So instead of declaring, I'll search for a dungeon. Yep. Let me think. Yeah, I'll search for a dungeon. And this dungeon is very important. It unlocks 6 satisfaction, plus a very strong item. It's a very tough dungeon, despite only being 4 floors, compared to like this one which has 6 floors. This is like the tutorial dungeon, so this is what I recommend most people do first. But I'll do this dungeon. I think I have enough units that I can do it. So I'll give some intuition on the theory behind dungeons. So first of all, combat in dungeons is mostly the same as unit-based combat. The difference is that you have HP instead of troops, and HP is full heal after every turn, and your damage does not scale based on your HP. So no matter how low you are, you'll still do the same amount of damage. Now, turns out that what the limiting resource here is not HP, but actually your actions. You're going to be going through a bunch of enemies, and you only have so many actions. So most of dungeon crawling is about sort of optimizing, in quotes, your action usage, or whatever that means. And the amount of damage you do is strictly based on levels. It has nothing to do with your attack or defense stat. Your speed stat does matter, though. In particular, she's very weak. So I'm sort of deciding who attacks who, mostly based on intuition. Sometimes it's wrong, like there I thought Maida can actually kill him. But this guy shouldn't attack with 20 HP because that's kind of overkill. So Kyoko can probably finish the Hani. Maida can finish the Squid Man, but let's wait. Nah, he'll finish the Squid Man. That's okay. And I'll have this level 17 dude finish the Mage Man. Okay. So Kyoko's about to die. And when you die... I misclicked. Shit. Well, there goes an action. I meant to press yes, but apparently I pressed no. Well, on the positive side, when you retreat, you start from the next floor, so this dungeon will definitely be clearable. I wasn't sure if I can clear in the anyway, so okay. Well, that's definitely not what I meant to do. Oh well. Very unfortunate. Maybe I should make a rule that misclicks are allowed? I don't know. Feels kind of weird. Okay, well, I will declare war on the Miko Union. And explore this dungeon again. Yeah, I start from the second floor because I retreated. I'm gonna bring in a stronger frontline. Feels mildly wasteful to spend all the actions of the weak units. Just because there will be a lot of weak units in the future. By the way, ninjas can interrupt these preparations. Nyo is a very scary enemy because when it prepares and it actually fires, it does an AoE damage that reduces the actions of everyone. So you lose one action for all your commanders. I don't really feel like attacking these guys with Maida. Maybe I can attack the bottom. So, you do a lot you don't do much damage to enemies who are higher level than you. That's like one intuition to have. Damn. Oh, is that it? I think Ranmaru can finish this Ebony Eye? Ebony Eye? I don't know. And yeah, I guess Maeda has to finish this Neo. He's the weakest link. Alright. I guess Suzume attacks the bottom, and I think Yoshiteru can one-shot him. Wrong. Unfortunate. Okay. But this should be clearable. This is the last floor. Yep, easily clearable. Honestly, I wouldn't be surprised if this was not clearable without me cheating the first floor by retreating. So hey, maybe in hindsight, what I did worked out. Maybe something I should mention is that there are two kinds of attacks, a normal attack and a strong attack. Strong attacks does 1.5 damage, but it consumes all your actions. So typically, the final action you do is your strong attack. Not always, but... And Syl can heal people and attack. When she heals Rance, specifically, he gains one action back, only for Rance. So a common sort of loop is Rance uses special attack, Syl heals, Rance uses special attack, and so on. Okay. So this dungeon gives an item later, but you have to go through this event chain. And this is, well, I think I can go through the first cutscene. So this cutscene is probably safe, but the rest I have to cut. Okay, so that's 1 satisfaction. Next time I go there, it's 5 satisfaction. Well, I have to do devise Ryugu Castle Plan, but after I do that, and I go again, I get 5 satisfaction. Now, I can get 5 satisfaction by talking to Suzume and Syl. These happen by going through the dungeon. It triggers certain flags for events to trigger. So I have 15 satisfaction. So that's my plan, just go through all of these. Anyway, I would probably end turn, right? Yeah. That's what happens. Hara enlisted EQ. Would be cool if I can hire him. Oh, by the way, Miko Union was turn 13, I think. Okay. Quite excited that they actually invaded me. Hara did invade me, so I can go all out. Unfortunately, nobody who I care to capture. But that doesn't mean I shouldn't capture. Sending my full roster, not because I need it, but because I want to scale them. In terms of scaling, I'd prefer Ranmaru over Kyoko, but she has the Mercy charge. Okay, so now he has a very high chance of being captured. Okay. So I'm gonna kill him before this guy kills himself, because I want to mercy charge him. Okay, so this should be almost 2 guaranteed captures. Maybe I'll get more. Okay, just 2. The rule I mentioned about you can only capture 2, or capture kill 2, the exception is if you use mercy charge. Those sort of get extra counts. So, I don't really know off the top of my head who I captured. Maybe her? I don't know. But at a first glance, I don't see anyone useful. Yeah. That's okay. Anyway, same deal. I'm just gonna prioritize getting to 50 satisfaction. So let's do devise Ryugu Castle plan with Suzume. And now I have to go through the same dungeon again. But when you clear a dungeon, which I already did, you start from the last floor. So it saves you a bit of effort. Ah, that didn't kill. Oh no. Oh no. Anyway, I have so much actions to spare, so I don't mind being particularly inefficient. Just trying to save real life time here. So here I'll just use strong attacks to finish it. Cool. And now I gotta go through this again, so I'll cut it. Okay, so I got 5 satisfaction this time, and I got this special item. This item is quite powerful in the early game, and also useful later for dungeons. It just adds a flat 100 damage to your attacks. I believe that's how it works, I'm not entirely sure, but it seems like that's the case. So for now, I'll plop it on someone when I need it. So with items, you can just unequip and equip on demand. Though there are certain items that are what's called cursed. Basically, you can't unequip it, but this item you can, so it's quite flexible. The only thing you can't do is if an officer is on cooldown, like you use them, you can't unequip an item from them. So you can't like equip it, go to a battle, equip it to someone else, go to a battle, and so on, all within one turn. Alright. Let's see. So I'm out of actions, and can't really hire anyone because of my national power. I should probably start thinking about pruning some of my costly people. Like, I might unfortunately have to part with him, even though he's very good for dungeons. I just can't afford to keep around the 2-cost guy who's only useful for dungeons. But I'll keep him around for this turn because it's not like I have anyone who I really want to recruit for now. So I'll end turn, and hopefully I get more battles. Oh, there you go. EQ. I want him. I really want him. Only thing is, I'm not confident if I can get to him before he channels his special thing, if he chooses to do that turn 1. So, Suzume to assassinate that annoying frontline dude. I guess I'll Mercy Charge him, so I don't feel bad about killing him. Perfect. And now if he chooses to channel a thing, I can interrupt in time. I assume Yamamoto can't kill him, but just in case, I won't attack. Even though it does mean he does more damage. Okay, Mercy Charge. And presumably I capture EQ. Very cool. You have to remember that he only has 2 uses of his special move. Cool. So Nobunaga is slowly being possessed by a fiend, I think. And that's going to play a central role in the story later. Okay, so I would like to hire EQ. Even though he's 2 cost, he's 6 negotiation, so he's tolerable. But he's a tactician that I want to sort of scale up for later use. Plus I kinda enjoy his character. So, let's say goodbye to Yoshiteru. Thank you for your services. If you were 1 cost, I would keep you, but 2 cost is unjustifiable. Just for being strong in personal combat. By the way, Niwa has over 500 units, right? Okay, so we're good. I'm just making sure I don't accidentally go over 500 units and go over cost cap. Okay, so next, I'm going to get 5 satisfaction by talking to, let's say, Suzume, or Sil, it doesn't matter. So I'll see you in a bit. Okay. And next turn, I'll do Sil plus the satisfaction bonus to get my 3rd can. So I'm going to spend this turn probably invading Miko Union. Why? Because AIs tend to be more aggressive about taking back their territory instead of attacking into my territory. And there's still a lot of things I need to capture from them. So let's see. My guess is... Ooh, money management. I want him. I was planning to save Niwa because there's nobody I want here, but I do want money management. Though, to be honest, I'm not entirely sure if I can capture him. Certain units are not capturable, and I have an inkling feeling this is one of them, but I don't have... I'm not sure. Oh well. Unfortunately, I can't use Kyoko here because there's no way I can get through this front line. Maybe something like this. And I'll give Suzume the 100 damage thing. She's a fast ninja, so she can take advantage of it pretty well. %. Very good. Now the name of the game is Kill the Backline. That's how I intend to get my war score. Ouch. Ouch. Wow. Oh. Okay, I can maybe go through the front line if they all attack. I guess this guy? This guy's an armor buff, so I don't want to try attacking him. So it'll be funny if Maida dies. I don't mind if Maida dies, but it's a bit too early for him to die. Okay, but I should be able to win. Yep, I win. Do I capture? Bummer. And Maida didn't die, so that's good. And relation on Rance is pretty good. The random item I got is... what? I got the scroll. +3, pretty good. I'm gonna end turn. And let's see what happens. Okay, Hara didn't attack. Hopefully they attack. The Miko Union. Okay, cool. Himiko. I really want to capture her, but with Ranmaru Shibata, I don't think I can capture her. We'll try. So Himiko is one of the characters who I want to capture. So I don't expect to be able to do 2 mercy charges against this comp. I'm gonna do a normal attack. Kind of unfortunate that Shibata didn't guard that. Oh well. Okay, it's kind of up to what Himiko does now. Okay, going on Shibata is tolerable. And now I'm gonna do Mercy Charge. Ranmaru attacks. Yep, she should be killable. I'm gonna keep attacking. And I think she'll heal herself now. Yep. But I should be able to outdamage her heal. Okay, so there's a 70% chance to capture her, I think. It'll be very hype if I can get her early. Very hype. Very hype. That's amazing. Oop, what just happened? Okay. So now I'm going to... get 50 satisfaction. So this is the 50 satisfaction event, or 5 satisfaction. See you in a bit. Okay, 50 satisfaction, and now my satisfaction bonus has more actions per turn as an option. So it's not the case that I need to do the satisfaction bonus 5 times. It's just that I need to have 50 satisfaction and do the satisfaction bonus. So starting from next turn, I'll have 3 actions. So let's leave a little bookmark. Turn 16, I believe, is almost as early as you can get. I think there's a route where it's faster if you skip the prison mechanic. But otherwise, pretty good. And I would like to hire Himiko, but she's 3 cost, but you can see how good she is. 7 attack, 7 defense. She also has field battle talent, which makes her deal and tank. Basically makes her 1.4x stronger. So she's quite nice. Wait, do I see a mercy charge? Unfortunately, he only has 3 moves, but this guy's also someone to consider. Anyway, I need to clear up my cost. So first of all, Niwa, I'm gonna put him below 500 units to lower his cost by 1. It's probably time I ditch Mitsukide. He's 2 cost, basically. That's the only problem. Otherwise, he's like, okay, he has 6 negotiation for search. But Ikkyu is just a better version of him. So, I think off he goes. Thank you for your services. And I'll recruit Himiko first, probably. Okay. And I can't wait any longer, so next turn I'll just finish Hara off. Okay. Who do we have? Nobody who I'm dying to capture. Maybe that's Shikigami. Since I'm not really guaranteed that Hara will fight back. I'll still go all in. If Hara does fight back, I think Ranmaru can solo defend. Might be better if I leave Suzume alone then. Ranmaru plus Suzume would be a bit safer than just Ranmaru alone. And I will give the sword, the sword. Not to Niwa, but to Isoroku. Okay, so the Onmyoji channeled, so I have to attack her. Ideally, I would have wanted to mercy charge her first, but... oh well. Okay, so I will attack with Niwa to lower his guard. Bounce attacks. And mercy charge this guy. And now I'm free to kill both of them. Let's see. Okay, 2 units. Pretty good. Okay, Hara needs to die. Okay, the second gourd broke at turn 17. Haven't explained the gourd mechanic. I will probably do that at the beginning of next episode. Okay. So. Let me look at my prison. See who I would potentially hire. This guy's bad. And this is the other one who I captured. He's honestly not bad. 6 defense. Ashigaru is quite good. Unfortunately, his int and speed are kind of low. but he's 1 cost and also has Merchant. So this guy is definitely an idea. He's certainly an upgrade over Maeda, for example. He's 4 defense. Well, let's see. I think I will hire him. I just want to hire him to get money. A trick you can do is you can hire Soheis, who replenish their troops next turn, dismiss all their units, and then just fire them. So this guy will give me a bit of money. I also would like to upgrade Isoroku. So let's see. So I'm going to spend 1 turn fighting the Hara clan. Then I'm going to spend I guess 2 actions. Well, we'll see. Also, I need to hire Fuka at some point. Yeah, lots of things to do. I guess... Yeah, so I will take Ise. I was thinking I'd attack more from the Miko Union first, but let's just conquer Ise. This should be pretty easy. Let me check. Yep. I think Rance, Shibata, Himiko, Suzume, Isoroku. That would do. I'm also gonna let Suzume equip the sword because she's faster. And Suzume's role is to chunk down the backline. So, Soheis have this thing called Guard Cancel that removes all guards from all enemies. It's quite a nice counter. The problem is, nobody can really take advantage of her lowering her guard just because of turn timing, so for now she'd rather attack. Okay, so hopefully he doesn't volley. Okay, he does a normal attack. Cool. So Suzume can probably finish Hara. Actually, we'll see. She took a bit of damage, so maybe not. Okay, got him. Very good. Okay, so now these two are out of moves, right? So this is where Himiko truly shines. Though, we're really running out of turns here. This is not good. So Rance gets to move once now. Oh yeah, I don't think I win this. Oops. Well, that happens sometimes. Turn sequence was kind of unfortunate. Okay. Looks like I killed a Hara clan next turn. Ay. That was my first loss, I guess. On Hara, that's kind of embarrassing. Okay. So I'm gonna now use the satisfaction bonus and summon forces from Zeth. When you summon forces, it takes 6 turns for them to get there. And there are 3 commanders each from both factions, or 6. So you gotta start doing it quickly if you want all of them. And they tend to be great sources of satisfaction, so highly recommend. Some of them are also very good units in general. Okay, so I am going to get rid of this guy. And try to invite Hookah. Do I have 4 negotiation? I guess I can use Maeda, but then I don't have a front line. Probably better to use these 2. Actually, just use EQ then. Let's get Fuka and invite with EQ. She gives 5 satisfaction. Not too important right now since I already hit the 50 point, but she's also crucial for an event later. Okay, here comes. So, let's scout and see what's up. Ah, so there's Goemon. So this is the other unit who I'd like to capture. And the thing with Goemon is that he has Assassinate. So... if a unit dies, it dies. There's really, unfortunately, no like realistic counterplay to Assassinate in this game. Except for Assassination Defense, who I conveniently used. That's probably a mistake. I should have scouted with this guy. But I can only hope that it either succeeds and the unit doesn't die, or that it doesn't succeed. It's basically like a 50-50, roughly. Or the other condition is that the Ashigaru tanks. So I don't care if Maeda dies. I care a bit if Kyoko dies, but not deeply. I care a bit if Niwa dies, and I care a lot if Ranmaru dies. But you can't really go far in the game if you don't take risks with assassinations. Okay, so he's doing a normal attack, which is amazing. Mercy charge hit her. Ooh, good. She attacked. So, I just have to hope that Goemon doesn't assassinate here. Oh, here it is. Will it fail? Ah. Well, that's on Maeda, so I don't care that much. Let's see. Guess I can attack Natori here. And Mercy charge here. Let's see, so I want to maximize the probability that Ranmaru can attack a Goemon. So Niwa attacks this guy once more. Okay, so this is probably a capture. Great, and Maeda didn't die. Cool. So I got all the 2 commanders that I wanted from the Miko Union. So that's very good. Okay, so I really need to finish the Miko clan. Sorry, Miko clan, Hara clan. So let's do that. Oops, sorry. And I think what I'll do is, before I take this, I will take one holding from the Miko Union. Yep, this is trivial. I'll just let Himiko solo it. I wouldn't mind if I plop in EQ and Fuka. This is such an easy fight that I feel like I can just afford to heal EQ with Fuka to save some money. So I'm gonna attack just to make sure these guys heal themselves. Yep, now we just keep healing. Cool. And I don't need to heal Himiko because Sohei's full heal at the end of every turn for free. Very good. Ooh, speed textbook is interesting. Okay. Now, this time, I should... well, I'll hopefully successfully take this. And I'm gonna slightly change up my game plan. I learned that I can't really afford to attack with Suzume. I need to assassinate with Suzume. Oh, also, I have a speed textbook. Who do I use it on? It's a tough call between Rance and Isoroku. I'm gonna use it on Isoroku. Oh, that's annoying. Someone else showed up by event. He's like a special dude. Right, so I'm gonna try to assassinate someone. Should make it much easier to go through the front line. And this time the 50% actually procs, so Ranmaru doesn't take a lot of damage early on. So that's good. And Isoroku will chunk down Hara. Okay, Hara did volley. So he's out of moves. Oh boy. Man, the front line is so tanky. Yikes. I guess since Ranmaru's about to move next, I want to kill that low HP dude, so Ranmaru can actually use more of her damage. But yeah, looks like a win. Still shocked that I lost last fight. So, that's the Hara clan, and there's a cutscene I need to skip. Okay, I'm back. And I'm now going to invite this person, Kyokokuge. She's not ideal, but... Oh wait, I can't do that right now anyway. But she has this skill called Money Management, which gives 4% of my current gold as income. So it's a great way to scale up my economy. Though it has a cap at 2k per month, 2k per turn rather, which is when I have 50k gold. But I can't do that yet. I don't have enough negotiation. So now what? Let me think. I'll spend a click. Oh no, I'll start progressing Isoroku's event chain. The story is that she wants to revive her clan. So she's looking for an heir, basically. But Lance won't cut it because he's a foreigner. Okay, so my pacing is quite decent. I could declare on the Miko Union, but... Sorry, I could finish off the Miko Union. But I guess there isn't that much I gain from that right now. So I think what I should do is I should declare on the Tokugawa clan. And start fighting them, while I potentially get more prisoners from the Miko Union. By the way, I would like to hire Goemon. He's amazing. Look at his stats. I guess I'm waiting on this then. Three negotiation. Guess I'll have to use her. I don't feel confident defending against potentially Tokugawa and Miko without an Ashigaru. Maybe some misplanning. Okay, that's one action. Now, next action is going to be continue the Isoroku event chain. And I need to Google the event chain. I think the next event happens at 7 out of 7 relations, but let me just double check. Yep, so I need her to be at 7 out of 7. So, time to give her an item. And one of the benefits of Isoroku is she gets very strong when you properly upgrade her. In particular, the way I'm going to upgrade her this game is I'm going to go for the Arrow Barrage. So it makes her basic attack Pierce. Very strong. The other thing people tend to do is they tend to give her Piercing Tempest, which is essentially it's a 2-cost assassinate. So she can assassinate twice as opposed to ninjas who can only assassinate once. Although I think the probability formula is very different. I have the impression that Yamamoto is more reliable, but I'm not sure. Okay, so 2 dows. Let's continue. Oh, cool. He invaded. And I saw that the Miko Union already moved, so I can go all out. I'll leave Ranmaru out so she can heal. And here, I should make sure that Miwa doesn't get to 500 troops after this battle. Actually, never mind. I thought my cost was still an issue. So I guess I didn't really have to do that. Okay. I think that's good. Suzume is an assassin bot. Basically, she does this, and if it works, it works. If it doesn't work, oh well, doesn't matter. Okay, we have a double prep. Quite scary. So something that's interesting is her attack pierces, so it fully ignores guard. It's a very powerful counter. Alright. So, let's see if I capture any units. Hey, captured one. Okay, so we're about to be at war with the Tenshi cult. Yep. So, I think what I'm going to do is I am going to take one thing from the Tokugawa clan, this thing. This is kind of a weird setup. The first thing you take is a castle. So once I take it, it becomes a very defensible area. And I'll just use that area to sort of continuously skirmish with Tokugawa. That's the hope. And this turn, I'll essentially ignore the Tenshi cult. If they invade me, I think I'll just have to cede control. Okay, nobody particularly attractive. Let's say Ranmaru. Maeda. Don't think I need Sengoku. Suzume. And EQ, I guess. I think these would cut it. Hopefully. It really depends on what kind of buffs this guy gives versus what kind of buffs EQ gives. You know what? Maybe I'll also use Kyoko. The problem with using Kyoko is... Okay, yeah, I'll use Kyoko. I don't think I can use her to capture units, though. Cool. Good block. Okay, never mind. I got a really good assassinate off, so yeah, I can mercy charge. And all I have to do is repeat status cancel. Cool. Mercy charge. Ah, that worked out way better than I expected. And I capture a tactician, so that's nice. Opinion on Ranmaru is great as well. Let's see, this is a 5-int tactician with 1 cost. Not bad at all. Definitely want him. I think the rest are garbage. This Onmyoji is okay. Not great, though. He's 5 speed. For Onmyojis, I care about int and speed. And now I'm gonna finish the Miko Union. Hopefully I can. So the Miko Union's final battle is very hard. And the reason is they start with 50% advantage over you, i.e. you only deal half damage to them and they deal 1.5 damage to you. Since I've scouted with I think it's a 4 cost scout, they'll have a 46% advantage over me. But still, it's crazy. And that's what makes the Miko Union last fight very hard. It's entirely possible I lose this. But the plan is I use Goemon and try to assassinate the front line so I can get to the back line ASAP. Oh, she starts the channel. That's actually not bad. But I'll do 1 encampment construction. This is something Goemon can do. It increases the battlefield in your favor by 8%. So, pretty good. Okay, so Hayate started with a special attack. So this is actually quite good for me. I think Rance can afford to... Well, maybe not. Okay, Rance will do a normal attack. So this does 30% damage to everyone. Sucks. But not horrible. And I think Goemon needs to be able to assassinate one of these two. Amazing. I think this is a victory, but I'm not confident. He's so tanky. Jesus. Yeah, this is not a victory. This guy's way too tanky. Okay. Oh, next turn. I'll get him. Yeah, so this is a very tough battle. It's not too surprising that I couldn't win. Okay. I guess I misclicked. I misclicked. I didn't mean to get this. Well, it's okay. I was gonna do this at some point. The enforced taxation. It gives money and textbooks. It cycles attack, defense, int, and then rotates around. I really did not mean to do that right now, but it's fine. Okay, they didn't counterattack, which is great. This guy presumably is counterattacking? Oh, no, they're not. Okay, cool. Okay. So, it would be nice if I can attack Naniwa and Yamatai. But let me think. Suppose I just attack Yamatai, can I productively use 2 actions? Kind of. But not really. Thing is, this thing is really tough to crack. I don't really see myself doing this first try without my full squad. So unfortunately, I think I have to just do one more this round. One battle. Okay. And I'm gonna do Suzume plus Goemon to assassinate. Something like that. I don't actually care about both of their... I do care about Goemon's HP because he can die. Suzume actually cannot die even if her unit goes to 0. And her only role is to go for an assassinate, so don't really mind if she dies. So, camping construction, and assassinate. Go! Rip. Okay, immediate channel. Went through guard. 50% chance. So far things are not going according to plan. It would be very nice if I can assassinate. Okay, good. Second time's the charm. Okay, so I think this is a victory. Is it a victory? Oh, I don't know. I think it is. Okay, close. Very close. Ooh. Oh. Okay. 5 satisfaction. And the Miko Union 1 special runs also for some reason gets a power up. So increases speed. and I would like to hire her. She's a very powerful general. 8 attack, 8 int, blah blah blah. But honestly, I'm gonna begin by recruiting this person. This person is frankly not good, but she's my only choice. Basically, she has a special ability called Money Management. And as I mentioned, it's gonna help me scale my economy. I wish I had someone else with Money Management who isn't as expensive as her, but I haven't captured anyone like that, so. Also, my prison's becoming full, so I like to release people. And whenever you're releasing people from the prison, you want to release in batches of 5, because it gives you a special item. Okay, so I'm going to just release people who are high cost and have garbage search, negotiation, construction. 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay. The reason it's good to release people is because, I don't know the exact formula, but when your prison starts getting close to full, your capture rate seems to go down. What else to do? I'm going to enforce taxation now. So the math is, this ability gives 4% of your gold, and this enforced taxation gold value goes up by 100 every turn. So if it's over 2,500 gold, 4% of 2,500 is 100, then it becomes more profitable if you enforce taxation to get the gold instead of letting this number go up. Plus, I wanted the defense textbook. So my next game plan is I'm going to give attack and defense textbooks to Rance and upgrade him. See what he's got to offer. I don't know if the Tenshism cult will invade me, but if they do, well then they get a province. Or maybe Himiko can solo defend against them anyway. I don't know if there's anyone I really want to capture. Or rather, I don't even know if there's anyone who I can capture. These guys are very strong. I don't think I have the luxury of mercy charging against these guys. I'm gonna take way too much damage. Good block. don't know if that was a smart play. Oh, I captured 2. Worked out. So they are invading. Sounds like a solo Himiko duty. Can I scout with 2? Good. Let's just double check. Yep, this sounds like a solo Himiko. This should be more than enough. Himiko is very strong. That's all you need to know. We're just gonna wait until she does card again. Cool. And I'll do a guard cancel. I'll heal, and then it's my turn. Let's see if I can capture this guy. Killed. Well, that's okay. Cool. Good stuff. Okay. Turn 22, so this is where I'll call it for now. So I got pretty good progress. And I guess next time I promised you to explain the gourds, so I'll do that as well next time.